Let's go on to surprises.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
I had plenty of opportunities or plenty of choices here with teams not qualifying. But I was something that I want to call out in the sport, and it won't probably do anything. But do we really need to have a rule across the board in all distances of one false start and you're out? Now, I'm not talking about the 100, the 200, the 400, any of those events and blocks. I understand those rules. I get that. But the 1500, we're going to end a kid's season. I won't even mention his name because it's not worth it rehashing this at that point because, he's still dealing with this. But a kid at the West Prelim gets up to the line and stumbles a little bit, falls over the line, and his season's over. I think that's the stupidest thing. Obviously, it was surprising, and that's where I wanted to bring this up. But can we fix those rules? I remember 4 years ago, I was at NCAA indoors, and some woman in the 3K had a similar thing. She got up to the line and she stumbled and fell over, and then they pulled her out of it. She was DQ'd. That's the stupidest thing ever. I'm sorry, but it's like it's like before the game in a football game. If somebody I don't know. It's like if the game ended at one quick small decision. He didn't even get a chance to run based on that. He's not trying to get an advantage. I get that in the sprints when you're coming out of blocks, and that is important. But it's the stupidest rule to think that needs to apply across the board. That means that somebody could trip and fall in the marathon. Would we do this? I mean, come on. Come on. That's so dumb that kid got pulled out, and that video was ridiculous. I know those officials were just playing by the rules, but he just wanted to run. Just showed up there, and I cannot believe that we still go on a rule. I respect the rule that one strike and you're out with the sprints. I get that. I'm glad that whatever that's been now around, 8, 5, 7 years?
Well, internationally since 2010, right? Because the false start happened in 2011.
Yeah.
I don't know about the NCAA level.
But to have it in the distance events is stupid. It's not going to be a situation where it would be like, oh, everybody's going to try to jump the gun because they know they have one shot. Yeah. That's the logic, of course, in the sprints. But it's stupid that this is a rule on the distance side. I can't stand it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's terrible. I think there's no reason to do it. I saw the Texas relays, a kid get bounced in the 800 for something very similar. And every time the officials walk over, I also think it's arbitrarily enforced because I swear I've seen times when they come over and then they're like, okay, settle down, and they show the green card and they go. At that point, the letter of the rule, the spirit of the rule, all this stuff, and track is so into rules, and I think the sport is unforgiving and brutal enough as it is. See our next topic coming up in a second here, that you're absolutely right. They don't practice starts in distance events or long distance. I mean,
there's a loss of balance. I mean, the way they, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the way they come up to the line is already, is everybody
you have to, trot up to the line.
It's so aggressive because it's like, to your marks, and then within a third of a second, the gun goes. It's just so.
Well, if I was a coach, and I've said this before, if I was a coach of like a distance athlete, especially in a 10K, like if I'm Wayne Kalai's coach, if I'm Joe Franklin, I know he doesn't need any advice from me. I'm having her stand 4 feet back of the start line with her arms at her side. The gun goes off, and then she's gonna start running, because that would be the most ridiculous way to not win an NCAA title. Yeah. And I agree with you. I think the rules should be changed. I don't know if this will be the impetus for it. The DQ, not your great speech, which I thought was terrific, by the way.
Soapbox.
Yeah.